Alrighty, so your doctor has prescribed you oxygen therapy. You're going to be given one of these machines. This is what we call an oxygen concentrator. It concentrates the oxygen and delivers it to you at up to 95%. First thing we're going to want to do when we're setting this machine up is we want to find a central location to set this machine up where you can move around your house, as this is going to be the predominant machine you use within your home. We have a couple of different options. We have a 25 and a 50-foot hose that we can hook up to here to give you plenty of room to move around. So we want to find somewhere that's central that gets you everywhere around your house. The other piece, we want to make sure that this stays out in an open area. As I stated before, this brings the room air in. We want to make sure this machine has good circulation so that it's able to constantly get that airflow in and concentrate the oxygen. With that, when you're setting it up, you want to make sure that it stays out away from the wall at least 12 inches, as it needs good circulation all the way around it. Do not put it in a closet, confined area. And you also want to avoid setting this in front of any curtain or anything where it could suck up and block the airflow here. So we've picked our spot that we want to put the machine. Now it's time to show you how it operates. You'll see this little black switch here. This is your on and off switch. We're going to switch this on. You're going to hear a brief alarm. That alarm is normal when you start up. That's the audible alarm. As you can see, there is a yellowish orange light that's going to come on. This light is normal to come on at startup. This just means that the machine is starting up and the oxygen is not up to the proper concentration yet. Within 2 to 3 minutes, this light will go off and you will see a green light come on right here where it says O2. Once that green light comes on, now it's perfect use for the patient. It's up to the manufacturer's specs for concentration level. Alrighty, if after your machine's been running and this yellow light comes on again, you will want to give Home Oxygen Company a call so we can diagnose over the phone what the issue is and determine if we need to come out and make an exchange. The other light you will see here going to the telephone, this is a red light. If this light comes on, the audible alarm that you heard when I first started the machine up, that is going to be a continuous alarm until you come over here and turn the power off. That is designed to wake you up if you're in a sleep or alert you that there is an issue with the machine potentially. Again, if that comes on, you will come over here, turn the power off. You'll hook up to your backup or portable oxygen, which we'll discuss those in a later video. And you again would want to give us a call at this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week number so we can diagnose any issues over the phone, troubleshoot, and determine our next course of action. Alrighty, if you do have power failure, this machine does have a circuit breaker reset switch. It's right here, this white switch. It'll pop out. If you do notice that that's popped out, you've triggered your breaker on this machine. And after you've turned the power off, push this back in, reset it, and kick the power back on. And at that point, your machine should begin to work again. If there is still an issue, within a couple of minutes, you will get a red light again, the machine will kick off. At that point, you would want to give Home Oxygen Company a call. Next thing I want to show you is how you get your prescribed oxygen. The doctor has written you a prescription for how much oxygen they want you to get. This is delivered in liters per minute. You will see on this machine, there are numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, each corresponding a line, and the middle line is half. What you want to do to set to your doctor prescribed setting is adjust this black dial until you split the ball right down the middle of whatever your prescribed liter flow setting is. You never want to adjust this outside of whatever your doctor has prescribed. All of our machines, you will see a blue sticker. This is a number you can reach us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. and we will take your call, diagnose, and determine if we need to come out and exchange your equipment out. Alrighty, so let's set our oxygen tubing up here. I'm going to hook the 25-foot cord up here. So we'll unpackage this. As you'll see, there's two ends. Doesn't matter which one goes into the machine. Kind of push that on there. Make sure it's on strong. Don't push too hard, but make sure it is on sturdy so you're not pulling it off. We will take the other end, and we're going to take the swivel connector, and we're going to connect that on there just like so. The last piece will be the oxygen cannula. This is what gives you the prescribed oxygen that your doctor's ordered. Again, we got another end, just like we plugged into the machine. We're just going to plug that right here on the end of that swivel connector. The way the vendor recommends that you put your oxygen cannula on is, as you'll see, your prongs here that go into your nostrils are fanged down. You want to make sure to put it on your face just like this, to where those are pointed down, not up. You'll put that on, wrap these two sides around your ear, and then you have a little slide piece here. You can slide it to your comfort level so it's not falling off. Now that you got your oxygen concentrator set up and you're using it, there's just some maintenance items that you'll need to address. If you notice that your oxygen tubing is starting to turn yellow, that's a good indication that you need to exchange your oxygen tubing and put new on. The next maintenance item, as we discussed, this filter where it sucks the room air in on the back, you want to pull this out. Just like so, it just comes out. You wash it under tap water. You should do this once a week. And you do want to make sure that you get this good and dry. You can even let it air dry for a little bit before you put it back in. You don't want to put it back in wet because you do not want to suck water through the machine. And why are we washing this? We're just washing it to get the dirt, dust, particles out of the filter to clear it, so you got a clear flow of air going through the machine. You may see the home fill port down here. This is what we use to connect up a portability system, which we'll discuss in a little later video. Last maintenance item you want to do is, as you're doing that filter in the back, it's a good idea just take cloth and wipe the machine down. Keep it free of dust. Now I want to show you a couple of alarms that are going to happen. These are common alarms we get, and they're easy fixes. I'm going to demonstrate what the kink or blockage alarm sounds like. This could happen if your tubing becomes occluded, you get a kink, you get it caught underneath a piece of furniture. There you go. It's going to give you that rapid beep. As soon as you free the tubing, clear the blockage, your machine's back to normal. Now I'm going to replicate a power loss alarm and what it'll sound like in that event. So I've unplugged the machine. You hear that beep every 3 to 5 seconds. You've lost power. I've now restored power. Your machine kicks back on and is running as normal again. Alrighty, so your doctor may have prescribed humidification with your oxygen. If they did, I'm going to show you how to set that up. First of all, you will have your humidifier bottle. That's what this is. You want to screw this cap off. A couple of things. You want to only fill this up with distilled water, not tap water, not bottled water, only distilled water. Very important. Second thing, you will see a minimum line and a maximum. You want to keep it above the minimum, but Home Oxygen Company suggests only going about half full. Make sure you don't get water coming up through your line. Okay? Once you filled it, you want to screw this on, making sure that you're getting this on hand tight and that your threads are threaded correctly, not cross-threaded. Otherwise, you'll get an air pocket and the air will seep out through that leak. Okay? So you filled this up halfway full with distilled water. You can set it in there. we're going to take this little connector, we're going to screw this on again. You want to make sure to get this tight and not cross-threaded. We'll plug this in to your outlet going to the patient. We're going to put a little 7-foot connector hose on here. Put this little piece, which is what we call the water trap. Occasionally you will get water coming through the line. This is designed to capture that water so it doesn't get through the rest of the tubing, the cannula, and to you. So we'll connect that to here. And then we will take the oxygen tubing we had with the cannula and we'll connect it on here. If this starts to fill up with water, you can just pull this off, empty it out, and put this back on. Some common maintenance with your bottle when you're filling it up. When the water gets down here to the minimum and you take this off, you want to wash the cup out and the cap and the hose with just normal dishwater soap and water, warm water. Get it washed out real good. Keep this tube clear so you don't get any blockages here, and make sure it's flowing. One thing to remember is if you put a humidifier on there and you're not getting oxygen coming out to you, but you notice it bubbling in your bottle, then you've got it cross-threaded, you've got a crack in your cap, you've got a blockage here somewhere and it's not getting out. So we need to troubleshoot that and start looking at the bottle first. And that problem can be caused by not using distilled water as recommended. So we're going to go over some safety precautions with oxygen. Now you got your 2 no smoking signs. You should put one at the front door and one at the back door. Even if nobody smokes in the house, it's very important to put these up. It alerts the firefighters about your situation before they even get to you and helps them out, okay? Another thing is you don't want to have any open flame like candles, gas stove, anything like that within 25 feet of oxygen tubing. And the last thing you want to be cautious of is you do not want to use any petroleum-based products up near your face, as the mixture with oxygen and that can cause burns in your nostrils.